Okay, y'all, I'm up here with Mr. Andre Abrams, and I'm working on a case with him, and he turned in a complaint for a Fourth Amendment violation. Y'all haven't seen any of this because there's a lot of moving parts to it, and it's very well developed, but it's still ongoing. And so that being said, he turned in a complaint that occurred. Part of the mess that they were doing to this man, and such being that when they turned the complaint in, they I'm getting ready. So when he turned the complaint in, I had a complaint since July 25th that was with him. All right, I met him out there. He was standing in front. When I have a video from that day posted, but I also have another one that's not. And the lady come from behind. I wanted a records request, and the lady come from behind the counter and come around there and tried, to dissuade me from getting my records. So I have a complaint in since that day that I met him on the 25th. He was the black gentleman that was standing out here on the corner, out here in the street. He had the big sign, and I didn't know he was here. I hadn't met him or anything like that. So what's going on now is he put in a complaint. I wanted him to wait till after January. You'll see whenever this story comes out why. But I wanted him to put the complaint in after January, but he wanted to go ahead and put it in. So he put the complaint in, and then all of a sudden my complaint come forward. Of course, I helped him, with the complaint a little bit. So, and I'll do that with anybody. It doesn't matter where you live at. If you have a complaint, I'll write it out for you and email it back to you, whatever you need. But anyway, so when Mr. Andre put the complaint in, all of a sudden I got some attention on my July 25th complaint. Now, he just put that complaint in last Friday. So what we don't know is why they're trying to contact him. They tried to contact him twice. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in there into the police department lobby, Gainesville Police Department lobby, and we're going to call the number, and we're going to talk to them. Now, this case was very well developed, and such being the evidence is their own body-worn camera. Now, I can't allude to a lot of the facts because this isn't my situation to begin with, but I helped write the complaint, and I met him out here that day, and this is a story that I'm working on. It's ongoing as it's developing. But this is how we intercede and help each other out and back each other's play. If y'all remember him, he was out there in my video. July 25th, standing out here with his sign. That's whenever I learned who he was, and we made contact and talked and such. And this is where we're at with this. And it's always very important to follow through and not give them any wiggle room, because they don't give us any wiggle room.
All right, buddy.
All right, we're on it. Now, I think we just sit down there at the end out of everybody's way, and you can make your call then. Well, thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Final quick question. What can we do to help turn this horrifying tide around?
Honestly, more people like us with common sense need to start speaking up because
Hey, Mr. Durst, how you doing? This is Andre Abrams.
they have abandoned
Hey, I'm doing pretty good. And yourself?
their internet network.
Okay.
So we are speaking up.
Hey.
More of these Jewish lenders that still happen, they need to start pulling their money. Because when I was in NYU, every building had a wealthy
Okay, yeah, we're down here. I'm in the lobby right now. If you don't mind coming down.
feel it in their walls.
Oh, you are all site?
Well, what?
Oh, yeah, you can come down here. Yeah, we'll be here for a minute. All right, thank you. All right.
Israel's government with a quick and Sure. Response. That's next.
I saw what you've been posting. Hitler was right. I didn't see you. You're hiding behind your screen. You're doing all this hatred.
Well, that was a good. He answered the phone right away. And he's on duty. He's off site, huh?
Mm-hmm, yeah, well, he'll be here in a minute.
Okay.
With thyroid eye disease, I hid from the camera, and I wanted to hide from the world. For years, I thought my ED was beyond help. But then, I asked my doctor about Tepezza.
Tepezza is the only medicine that treats TED at the source, not just the symptoms. In a clinical study, more than 8 out of 10 patients taking Tepezza.
Yeah, we'll just talk to him over here. The light isn't on in there, so they're probably not having any business. And the door's locked, so.
You're on site, but he'll be here in a minute. Come on. You want to come see me or you want to come see me? You gonna start with the number? Why I don't have a complaint number? Or what, how you want to do it again?
Well, let him speak first.
Yep.
And then we'll get, we got them 2 questions. The complaint number, the mediation process, and is this a violation investigation, criminal or administrative?
Okay, I'll let you ask that.
Okay.
Joe Biden completely asleep at the wheel as war is erupting overseas. We have the latest from Israel, Gaza, and Iran. It's all happening.
Israel.
Yeah.
We don't make no comments political.
You know? And that's going on, man.
It's not here, thank God.
Yeah, they're trying to keep it from getting over it.
Submit a tip. Allow users to help with your community by sharing anonymous information. See something, say something. We are.
You know what I'm saying?
For a boost in teamwork, turn to Cox Business Fiber from the company with America's fastest download speeds. Together, we can take.
But you know, this is the right way to approach that. I believe, you know, just like you said, you know, I believe this is the right way to confront discrepancies.
And like I said, man, what else are you supposed to do? This business is supposed to be about helping those who want to be helped or whatever.
Exactly.
You know? But then when someone wants to be helped, and we say, oh, we can't do that because it's the concept of the lie. Okay, we'll lie and say we'll help you.
Well, you know, each incident stands alone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just like that complaint. It stands independent of any other moving parts. You know what I'm saying? The complaint is simple. The man entered my house. When I confronted him and told him to get the fuck out, he said, well, your wife told me. And that's a lie. And that's where we stand at today. It's their evidence.
Annual enrollment ends December 7th. So if you have Medicare and Medicaid, call now and see how you can get more of what matters to
Should I
you.
shake this one?
I don't.
Ms. Greta Thunberg voicing support for Gaza. Her post showed her and some friends holding up signs, quote, "Today we strike in solidarity with Palestine and Gaza. The world needs to speak up and call for..."
I'd like to unplug that, but it is what it is. But you take, you know, like each incident stands alone, you know,
Right.
and so you brought your complaint.
Right.
That was their evidence. You know what I'm saying? Their BWC, and so I mean, that presents itself, you know, and that's your complaint, and that's what you're, and I mean,
What else do you need?
yeah. What else do you need? It's very well developed.
I'm like, well, just like that quick, he said, well, I filed a complaint saying that officer material came into my house and lied about it. I'm like, well, you just come on down here, and we'll talk on the phone,
We'll bring our complaint number whenever you come this way.
I don't like giving her oxygen, but what concerns me, Morgan, is the fact that this is reflective of numbers that show the support for
I already told on my video that I wanted you to hold on till later, you know what I'm saying? But you wanted to bring it forward now.
Yeah.
I was kind of explaining that this is a fluid moment. Here comes somebody here.
Registered Democrats who are Jews, what they are waking up to is the reality is that she is representative.
So I explained to him that this is just
They are not attempting to state Israel. They do think that Rashida Tlaib, which will could get in there because there lots of service members killed. She spreads disinformation.
That came in. See it right there?
She refuses
That's
to
right.
take it down.
the what, sir?
That's the little girl that was in there when I came in that day.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the one.
oh, okay.
This is indicative of where the progressive left stands.
So that's a cop right there that's in trouble pretty bad.
I mean, that's the way that's, I don't know exactly,
Right, yeah. But that's that's okay.
but that's the understanding that I have.
Man to death.
And it only makes sense, right?
Yeah. Because somebody got to do it. We ain't got nobody to do it. You go down there, you on the bottom of the totem pole, you going to do it.
Yeah, you're in the hot water.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the way I was explained to it. That's like the deputies at the courthouse.
Right.
And then I researched part of that, and they, like 5 of them over there are on the Brady list. So they can work. I mean,
I'm like, these guys, they retiring? Are they in
and that's called a Giglio list, is the federal name of it. The little things, you know, the little tidbits of, and it's not like, you know, it's hidden. It's just not apparent.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You have to, yeah, or you gotta live experientially through someone else's research. You know what I'm saying? If they're quotable and citable.
As the Israeli education ministry did, this prevents her from being an educational and moral.
But many have come before us. You know what I'm saying? Very.
It's my turn.
You know, sometimes, you know, a person can only take so much, you know? And if you subject people, a normative person, you know, a normal person in society, if you subject them to something that they don't feel duly or even remotely in kin with, you know, like a punishment or some kind of, you know, some kind of invasion of their freedom, they buck back. And every time that they create a new one, they have the potential of creating an Andre or a Sterling, you know. I mean, and there's several more around here, you know. And once the story gets out, it opens the floodgates. It really does, because it gives the people courage to come forward.
And like I said, when I'm going through, and I see your video back there, I said, man, I wish I could just meet up with that dude.
And I'm not a very spiritual person, but our grid coordinates connected out there on the corner that day, 25th of July. You know, and my complaint that day that developed right here when that bird got out, you know, and come around there, you know, and then my complaint was in at that time, that, you know, within a day or so.
Right.
And then Shine. No word, you know, it's October, you know, it is in the 20s, and all of a sudden, bada boom, bada bing. But that was like off of, you know, I'm sure that was,
We only had what? I done had 2 hits, 3 hits since then.
yeah, I'm sure that was, you know, in lieu of putting, you know, intersecting the lines.
Yeah. We had what? 2, 3 hits, and I had 2 in a couple of days.
Yeah.
Dude emailed me on the weekend.
It is, you know, I mean, it's fast, you know. The program is supposed to work fast, but when you drag your feet, it just shows your level of, you know, like, because you can pull the record. Like one time, when I met you, and I had filmed that fella down there on the DUI stop that I thought was sober, right? Here it comes. Okay. Anyway, so then I was doing a follow-up. It just so happened you were here at the same time. We were sharing the same space, you know, which was, you know,
That's cool.
much more than a coincidence, I'm certain. Anyway, so when I come in here, I was mad about, you know, my record not being processed. Something so simple, but And then, someone died, you know what I'm saying? And all that was thrown together in that, and sure enough, I wanted my record.
Right.
And that didn't happen, right? So that created distrust, right? And that caused me to come in feeling some kind of way. And then, but I wasn't, out of my character. It's all on video.
Right.
And then that person come out from behind there, that violated my First Amendment. They were trying to chill. They were trying to use, the Bain Act,
Right.
prior restraint, run me off.
Right.
All this, that, and the third. I had already not had my record for X amount of days,
Right.
And then I was being told that I wouldn't get one until. But that's not true, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And but that was an important claim,
Right.
Now, I don't know if that was an administrative claim or a criminal claim, because, to me, it kind of appeared criminal, but I'm not a lawyer, But anyway, so long story short, mine, you got August 25th,
Right.
September 25th,
Right.
pretty much into October, close enough to the 25th to say 2.5 months,
Right.
3 months. And then Yon shook, Friday shook the trees, and they sure enough was, and they responded to Vide too.
The thing says that it could take up to a couple of weeks to up to 6 months or something like that. No problem, as long as it's in.
Well, okay, that's where I was getting back to. When I did the records request, right?
Right.
I did a records request from my records request.
Right.
The day that I made it, how many records had you processed?
Right.
Since then, there was approximately, I believe, 40-ish. But I wanted some kind of answer. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But it doesn't look good when it's not a good look.
Back out like that.
It's not a good look. It's not. And when your complaints draw you to hear, I don't think a lot of people make complaints for the amount of
Time and effort you got to put into it.
yeah. I think it's very discouraging.
And see, they got at the right time because I don't work. You know what I'm saying? So what I gonna do? Lay around the house and go, I got to get.
And you're not a criminal. You know what I'm saying? You're 60 years old, soon to be, and you're not a criminal. But you sure got treated like one.
You know. So, hey, man, it is.
Man come right in his house.
Yeah.
Now, we're not going to show that video where it's all
there.
it's all there, but we're just here for this portion.
Yeah, it don't need me showing them their own video. You know what I'm saying? He can go look at the video you see, and I'm not going to tell him that, but that video hadn't been doctored or anything like that. It hadn't been edited.
That's their video.
Yeah. So I ain't bothered with it. It's their video. You can't understand your own video? Your own officer's video?
So the Internal Affairs has contacted Andre twice. So what we did is before he called them from right down here, and they said that they'll be here after a while. They're off site.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Has targeted an airbase.
So now what about the Velasquez and anything like that? You want to mention anything like
Get an
that?
update from John Kirby. He is going to be joining Kareem Johnson.
Oh, it's all there. I let them ask the questions,
Also next hour, we'll hear from the
Here comes somebody. I don't know who they for. Oh. She busted the gate. That's the blonde-haired chick. Hey, wasn't that her that come out there that day on me? See, she pregnant.
Yeah.
We can't mess with no pregnants. We can't even excite their expectations.
She got to be at the desk. Yeah. Ain't anybody can bring no charges on anybody.
If not, all I need to do is just order those files on this. All right, thanks so much.
Down here in that lobby, man. Yeah, I'm sorry. Turn your blue lights on, man. Get on down. Turn your blue lights on.
White House shortly, a brand new report from the Washington Post revealing the Biden administration is gearing up.
But the most important thing is that
Evacuation.
you're not alone.
Right.
And they take their action and you take your action.
Right. And doing it the right way.
And,
the legal way.
and we don't think it was copacetic.
Yeah, man. I got to get back out there, man. I got to get back my protesting sign and get back out there, We're going to see what he's going to say. All really, all I want is the number, the confirmation number, the ID.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
Yeah.
That's all I want. You know, just give me the number that goes along with my complaint, and then you can go back up and look at the video, which you already done looked at it about.
Which, yeah.
you know, you get
It's their video.
Yeah.
Earlier today, we heard a firefight that was erupting. The Israelis fired flares into the air.
All right. Now,
That's me. Let's do it. I'm right here, man. Come on out here. I want to get back there. If you don't mind, I appreciate being out here.
And again, 4 of them were killed, according to the Israelis. This comes as Israel is ramping up its strikes along the Gaza Strip over the past 24 hours. You just heard one of the strikes there.
How you doing?
400 of those have taken place over the past 24 hours as the Israelis try to lay the groundwork ahead of this expected operation into Gaza. Today, they took a different approach toward the civilians. Rather than warning them to head south, they dropped leaflets from the sky telling civilians that they could get a monetary reward or even safety.
so what's your name, sir?
Provide the Israelis with information.
Mr. Durst, all right.
Hostages are being held. We know there are 220 people.
Yeah, I just want to come down and see if I can get a complaint number to go over my complaint for my records. That's pretty basically all I want.
Yep, I emailed that to you. I think it was 23051, but that's off the top of my head.
I would like to make sure. I don't remember getting that. Yeah.
I just emailed it to you.
Okay.
What, just now?
Right before he called. I thought that's why he called, because I just emailed him and asked him.
Oh, no. The reason that he come down here is because two methods of contact were made to him after he filed his complaint. And we wanted to know what you wanted. Your office has contacted him twice. These are the facts, okay? And your office contacted him twice. He can show you. And that's why he come down here and he called you from this lobby. And now he was responding to your calls. He wasn't looking to make contact with you. You savvy?
He filed a complaint with us.
Yes, that's about a week ago.
Yep.
Okay.
So one of those emails was the receipt of complaint. So we emailed him a receipt of complaint, letting him know that we received the email, the complaint.
Hey, what did the email say, Andre?
The email is on my.
But what does the email say? Did it have a number on it?
No, I didn't have a number.
A case number? It had no case number.
At that time, it didn't. So.
He can shut his video off and show you the email. It states that you wanted to, or somebody from Internal Affairs wanted to make contact with him. Okay? But it wasn't stating that they accepted the claim, that they founded it or unfounded it or something to that effect.
It said that we received his complaint and we were looking into it.
No, I don't. No, he's going to pull the email up.
Okay.
And that's why we're here. And it didn't have, prior to an hour ago, there was no case. There's the email.
The email.
You got the date and the time, right? 1 p.m.
Did not happen in fact. The Palestinian
Right.
people continue to have been subjected to 56 years.
Yeah, this will acknowledge receipt of your complaint filed by you on October 18th concerning the actions of a member of the department.
Okay, and then,
First line.
okay, let's read on. Here, I'll read it.
Mm-hmm.
Acknowledge we have begun an investigation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, where's the claim number? Where's the...
It wasn't attached to that.
Yeah, apparently it wasn't, but again, when I got his email
Okay,
today asking
but
for...
when the policy and procedure of Internal Affairs, now I don't work for y'all, and I'm not an attorney or schooled in legalese, but I have read the policies and procedures, and when you submit a complaint, one of the first things is done is what? As per your SOP,
We email that letter out.
you assign it a claim. It's either okay. It's a letter that you've seen it, that you've either founded it or unfounded it, and you have a case number. At what point is a case number assigned?
We assigned the case number once we processed it, and we emailed that
Okay,
letter
so
out.
we didn't have the case number.
No, sir, not on that letter.
Not on either of them. Now you're stating that you just I don't have no special investigative powers, you know what I'm saying? But it's such that the obvious is the obvious, you know? And there was no claim assigned to that. And the second contact that y'all made with him was to call me. You know what I'm saying? What for?
Okay.
Why did you want to contact him? And that was you.
Yes, sir, because he filed a complaint and I wanted to get information into the complaint.
Okay, but the complaint wasn't well developed?
I didn't say that, sir. I said I wanted clarifying information on the complaint that he filed.
What would the clarifying information be? You can get in here anytime you want to.
It was self-explanatory. I mean, it's their video, you know what I'm saying? And he was asking for more information to go along with his investigation. But it's well developed and it's very well understandable. So I don't understand, you know, what am I being asked for now? Only thing I would like to have had was the complaint number.
Right.
You know, attached to my, so I can have my personal records.
Right.
So I don't understand why I need to answer any more things. It's their video.
Here's your phone back,
Yeah,
sir.
it's their video, you know, and they welcome to look at their own video and go from there.
Correct. So if you don't want to participate in the investigation process any longer, you don't have to. You have that right.
Okay.
But generally, when someone files a complaint of misconduct, we generally interview them. We generally get the specific allegations of misconduct in order to conduct our investigation. So if someone wants to file a complaint and doesn't want to provide us any information, doesn't want to be interviewed, doesn't want to call me, they absolutely can.
But
I'll go off.
But what would the point of that? Okay,
that's what we want. That's what I wanted in the first place, to go along with what you had, because there's enough there, you know. But then again, I want to show respect that I will contact you, not only call you. I'll come down here and see you.
So very, very rarely do people, in my experience, the time I've been doing this, do people file this and not want any communication from us, or don't want to provide any other information.
Well,
so if you don't want to provide any other information, if you don't want to be interviewed regarding the complaint form that we received that you filed, then that's fine. I got no problem.
No, see, I will be able and I'm willing to go ahead and make contact with you all and respond to you.
Okay.
But it's the fact that, you know, do your investigation and tell me what you found. You know what I'm saying? If my complaint is warranted or not. That's what I'm saying. I would be more than happy.
Before he gets any more invested, he wants to know, is his complaint founded or unfounded? He doesn't understand why you were contacting him, because he didn't have a claim, so it left in limbo. Is this claim even? It's not a claim. Is this complaint being processed?
We sent out that email stating that it was processed.
And then you sounded out another one wanting to make contact with him when he felt his complaint was very well developed. Now, by a layperson's standards, I don't think it could be any more developed than it is, right? And such being that.
So this is the complaint we received.
Right.
That's a portion of it.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. This is what we have.
Right.
Yeah, where's the other part?
Yeah, there's another part.
There's the other part.
That's that right there. Yeah, that's it.
This is a public records request.
It goes along with that. If you read it in detail, I mean, I think the last line states, he requested the records prior to the IA complaint, okay? The records didn't come back satisfactory for him, okay? So he was requesting the records. He already opened a complaint with your department. So along with that, preceding the IA complaint was the records request, which was not satisfied to what he requested. Then the IA complaint follows. He already made the rest. That's all that says. This is not a records request. This is not a records request. This is not a records request. I am requesting inexact, all that. But what's it say down at the bottom? I mean, let's not impinge on the contingency of one word. All right. I am requesting these records prior to the IA complaint. But these were not.
It says it right there, sir. I am requesting these records.
Prior to the IA complaint, but these were not to my satisfaction. And as in the sequence of events, my records request first. Then the
this.
IA complaint follows.
Right, so records request first, which this is the records request, which is why I emailed him.
Yeah,
and wanted
it's a
clarification.
complaint, and his complaint is much more developed than that. It has the body worn camera 020923-0984. That's y'all's body worn camera, and I know beyond a reasonable doubt, if you see that number, if you look at these kind of numbers all day, you're easy to identify that that's not a VIN number of a car or a serial number of a weapon. It's distinguishable that is a body worn camera.
No, sir, that's a CAD call number.
Okay, the CAD call number. Okay, all right, same thing. It's the CAD call, the body worn camera. It all corresponds to that. I might be. I'm not off my square, but I might be out of one word. Just like down there at the bottom. Because I've been helping Mr. Andre. He didn't want to bring this. I didn't want him to bring this forward yet. You know what I'm saying? To make this complaint yet, but he felt compelled to do so, so I helped him. Okay. And long story short. Everything that I just said is on there. He did a records request because that's part of the process before you make a complaint, is the request of records.
Yes, sir.
So he did that. It didn't satisfy his request. Okay? There's missing records. It's on there.
Yep.
Okay? Right? It's on there.
It says he's missing records, correct?
Right. Okay, so that's part of the complaint because this all goes with the complaint, the records request and the complaint. Well, you're out here offering rebuttal like it's not. You know what I'm saying? And it's on the video right yonder. You're saying it's not a IA complaint.
It's a records request.
It's a records request. This is his IA complaint. On the IA stationery, it says, my complaint is that Officer Mateer came into my home and lied about it. My second complaint is Officer Vasquez's body worn camera is missing when I asked. Okay, that's the complaint, and this is supplement stating that he had requested records that went with this complaint, but wasn't satisfied by his records request what was garnered. So prior to the internal affairs complaint, he wants his records satisfied. In collusion each with the other. You know what I'm saying? That's how he wants it. Right. And what doesn't a lieutenant of a police department understand about that?
Sure, if you guys
And then why are you making contact with him? Is that part of the mediation process? Is this investigation criminal or administrative? Those are a couple questions we would like to ask right now.
If you guys don't want to provide any further information...
No, that's not what you're making a statement. He's not saying that.
You're talking over me.
Okay, Andre. Okay, you're right.
Over me.
All right.
If you guys do not want to provide any clarifying information regarding the complaint that you guys filed, you don't have to.
He's not saying that. That's something that you keep saying. Okay, you're right. And that's tense. You're right.
Let me talk. What I'm saying is that I do not want to say I'm not giving any input into this. I want to see what you all come up with. What I'm saying, I want to do the investigation and then contact me and say, this is what you found. Okay. That's what I'm saying. Okay. That's what I'm saying.
Can I ask a question? Is this when he gave you that CAD number? I thought it was a BWC, but you're right, it's the CAD. Okay, and that's a little tiny hair-sized follicle of a misrepresentation in my vocab. Okay, what part of that isn't evident?
Sure, he's the complainant. I'll
okay, but now he has a couple questions. He wants to know, is this an administrative investigation or a criminal investigation?
I don't know because I don't have clarifying information on this statement, and you guys are saying you don't want to provide it.
No, I don't.
No.
I will conduct my
What
investigation.
clarifying information would you need?
Gentlemen.
See, we're afraid to go back there behind the door. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's involved me.
I understand that. I get that. And that's why I'm here. And that's why I've explained all this. But here's what I'm saying is the information that you've provided,
right?
I can look into it.
Okay.
Until I look into it with no context about what occurred here, I don't have any details.
There's the CAD number.
The CAD number. It's the
And
video
we got it off the body-worn camera.
that you gave me.
That GPD gave him. There's all a record of it. And I know whenever you do a query report, you say Andre Abrams, it comes up with probably 2-3 lists.
And come up with your findings and then let me know and then we'll go from there.
But what was the point of trying to contact him? What? Because I believe that the body-worn camera with the CAD number stands alone.
I understand you.
It's the officer's action entering the house beyond the curtilage, entering with it, and then he lied about it when confronted.
Sure, you've watched this body-worn camera video. I have not. I don't know what's on the body-worn camera video.
So you haven't ever watched the video or anything?
That's why. So don't say.
Wouldn't that be part of your due diligence before you make contact with a complainant?
No, sir.
Because that seems awful intimidating to me. I'm just saying the way things are interpreted are beyond the facts that are already established.
Sure.
Okay? The police have a complaint. You're the complaint department. You contact him.
That Mr. Tim Durst is telling me that I do not want to get involved or give him any more information beforehand when Mr. Durst has not watched the video himself. What I'm saying is that when Mr. Durst watched the videos, it's self-explanatory. He can go back over and get in contact with the officers involved and ask them questions. And then we can all come together and then we can finalize this.
But it seems overbearing. I'll just use lighter words. It seems overbearing that you would ask him for more than what's there, because what's there is the meat of the meal.
It's the whole meal, really.
I don't know what's on there,
But
but I've been doing this for several years, and generally when
generally
when people file a complaint with internal affairs, they're willing to communicate with internal affairs, and they're generally willing
Now,
to...
I'll hold you to your words. I'm venomous.
Sir.
Listen, I'm going to...
Generally, they will sit down with us, and they will provide an interview, or they'll talk to us on the phone, and they'll provide us additional information regarding what they filed. I was
How can I do a
attempting to qualify.
But I don't understand.
After you watch the video, I'm not going to...
I don't understand. There's a due process and due diligence on your behalf.
But they're doing it backwards. They're doing it backwards.
I don't understand why you would try and contact a citizen and you have not viewed any of the evidence. What would be the point of embarkation on that route? Well, why would you be going down that road?
To understand what the context of this...
He can't.
It's a big double talk to a little bitty feller. That's all it is. Hey, look here.
He hasn't watched the video.
I can literally fact check you with a records request. If that's the way you do business, I don't think that's in the policies and the guidelines that you contact before you ever even investigate. I mean, that's your due diligence. And now that's just my personal opinion, but I'm sure I can fact check and find that's not the prescribed avenue of approach or the sequence of events, or whatever status is supposed to occur in that. That's an investigation. You know what I'm saying? And so investigate. If you call,
Sure.
And I'm going to do a records request because I always follow through with what I say, and I'm going to say like this here: if you are doing that, and I know who you are, and you know who I am. If you are investigating each one of your complaints in that methodology, that's very skewed, if not some form of intimidation. If you contact a complainant, that's a very well-developed complaint. The fucking house is built, bro. Foundation, walls, windows, and dried in. That complaint that's your video. Your department gave him that video when he requested it. Now, when he did that, he filed a complaint. What part of that don't stand alone? And what part of your due diligence and investigation? And I'm going to tell you, because this is a serious matter, because I know who you are, and you know who I am. That's how you do the investigation. Oh, you know who Blue Steel, Sterling Grindle is. Oh. I'm Blue Steel on the YouTube, y'all. That's 7199. Okay. And I've done 6, 7 complaints here. Not a chronic complainer. But I just want you to know that I'm going to put you on notice. I'm going to pull them records and see if anybody will fess up to contacting each complainant without ever any due process in the investigation. Before Jump Street. That doesn't sound right, does it? That doesn't sound right.
You can have that opinion, sir.
No, you're going to have to show me. You're going to have to prove just what you said, mister.
That's the same.
And I'm going to go after you balls to the wall.
That's the same.
Because you're a liar and the truth ain't in you, and you're trying to intimidate this man all the shit that's went on, because I know when you query his name, there's a whole list of shit. We just ain't saying it right up in here. Now, what we want to know, straight up business, because me and him talked before.
What doesn't he understand about this? He's got a copy of it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd break contact too. Pop Smoke. Pop Smoke. Criminal or administrative investigation? What is it? Is this a process of the mediation? Is this mediation process? Because I'll let you opt out on that. That's a way out. Is this part of the mediation process? Because I'd like to see what the mediation process is like.
I don't know what you're saying, mediation process.
Is it not part of the internal affairs investigation that you can go to mediation first prior to even pursuing a complaint?
I'm not familiar with that term, and I'm not familiar
How
with
long
that
you been
process.
working in IA?
2.5 years.
You're very well familiar with everything I just spoke of.
Okay.
And you can play like that if you want to. That's a bad look for y'all, especially at this time. I've been backing off because I've seen a lot of bullshit out of you, and I'm going to hold you balls to the wall.
Okay. I've
Yep.
provided you all my contact information.
Hey, don't,
If
look
you
here.
guys-
When you contacted him, I'm going to put, because that is a form of intimidation.
Okay.
You don't even have a fucking complaint number. How you can
Contact me without any.
You all out of sequence of events, brother.
You have my contact information. If you guys want to provide any additional information.
He does. What information would you need? It's here right now. You wanted to carry him back there and interview him.
So,
Hey, look, just go run on behind the door. You can't look no worse than you already are, you know? Carry on.
okay.
I'm sorry, Andre, if I didn't represent you well. I'm sorry, sir, if you heard any coarse words. I'm sorry.
He ain't paying attention.
Yeah.
He like what's going on. He like what's going on. Got the camera still.
Yes, sir.
You know what's going on. It's just like you just said. It's a form of intimidation. He thought he had me. You know what I'm saying? He gonna make me
Those people are despicable, and that's just what we've seen. A big. Oh, he knows who I am. He knows. I know. All right, we're gonna cut this off.
All right.
I got this going, but I can edit this better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can do what you gotta do, man. What you gotta do, man. I sure appreciate you, bro.
Hey, look, I didn't mean to lose my cool in there like that. But I know who that dude is. Like he knows who I am. He gonna lie about that too. Yeah, I got letters with his name on it. He knows who I am.
I'm your ride home, man. I'm like, man, whatever you do, man, we in this together, man. I ain't, you know what I'm saying?
And all that is a bunch of bullshit. See, that shit works on morons.
Right.
But we old coons,
You know
and
what
we
I'm saying?
ain't going out that. We done been up that tree.
That's what he wanted. He doing that for Tony.
Hey, I gotta go. I gotta go in there and get a pack of cigarettes and a drink. Come on.
Go ahead.
Hey, believe me, bro, I don't say those things just to hear myself talk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got all them voices in my head anyway. You know what I'm saying? I don't ever get lonely.
He up there. He didn't expect that because he didn't expect us to be down here anyway.
No.
He didn't expect me to be down here.
No.
Let alone bring somebody with me.
Yeah. Get your fucking punk car pulled. I mean, that's just what happened. You know what I'm saying?
Now he got to go back there. You know what I'm saying? Some ass back there. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm gonna nail their balls to the wall for that shit.
Yeah.
That's
man.
done. That's done.
So now he guess what? He got to go. He didn't even look at the video. He hadn't even looked at the video. How you gonna contact me? He ain't looked at the video yet.